Imagine opening social media in the morning, and within seconds, your name, or your idols, is suddenly swept up in a storm of absurd controversy. That's what happened when a provisional list mysteriously appeared and immediately shocked Zhao Lusi's fans. Even more shocking, the list claimed she received 0 votes at the prestigious Magnolia Awards. 0. A number that felt like a blatant insult to an actress with millions of fans worldwide. In an instant, the internet turned into a battlefield of opinion. Fans weren't just confused, they were angry. How could someone with Zhao Lusi's track record achieve such results? The question echoed across various platforms, creating an unstoppable wave of discussion. Zhao Lusi's name is no small name. She is known for her numerous popular dramas that have not only been successful in China, but have also penetrated international markets. Every project she stars in is almost always in the spotlight. So when the number 0 votes appeared, many immediately sensed something was amiss. In the heat of the moment, Liu Yuning reacted strongly. This figure, known for his close ties to the entertainment industry, did not remain silent. His emotions flared, and he reportedly expressed anger at how Zhao Lusi's name was being treated in the rumors. Liu Yuning's reaction added fuel to the fire of controversy. Fans saw it as a show of solidarity, while others began to wonder, was this just another rumor, or was there something bigger behind it? On the other hand, some netizens tried to calm the situation by stating that the list wasn't necessarily official. They warned that temporary lists can often be manipulated or even completely fake. However, in the digital age, clarifications often lag behind the spread of rumors. Speculation began to take a darker turn. Accusations of data manipulation, deliberate attacks, and even defamation began to emerge. Many believed this was not simply a mistake, but something designed to damage Zhao Lusi's image. Zhao Lusi's loyal fans did not remain silent. They began digging into sources, comparing data, and even conducting their own analyses to prove the claims were absurd. The fan community transformed into an impromptu investigative team. As time went on, it became increasingly clear that this issue was more than just about vote counts. This is about reputation, about how an artist can easily be dragged into a negative narrative without solid evidence. And most importantly, it's about how the public responds to a perceived injustice. Amidst all this, a big question arises. Who benefits from these rumors? Is this simply a systemic error, or are certain parties deliberately creating chaos? Some entertainment industry observers have begun to speak out. They point out that events like the Magnolia Awards have a high reputation and a complex judging system. The claim of 0 votes seems not only strange, but also nearly impossible in that context. However, logic often trumps emotion online. Every comment, every repost, magnifies the scale of the controversy. Within hours, the issue went from a small rumor to a global topic. Complicating the situation further is the lack of official clarification in the initial stages. When there's no clear statement, the void is filled with speculation. And as is often the case, speculation tends to be more dramatic than reality. Meanwhile, Zhao Lusi herself remains silent. There has been no direct statement from her, which only further fuels public curiosity. Is she choosing not to escalate the issue? Or is she waiting for the right moment to speak out? The silence was a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it was perceived as elegant and professional. On the other, it fueled even more conspiracy theories among netizens. Returning to Liu Yuning's reaction, many saw her emotions as a reflection of the frustration felt by many. That behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, there's a dark side rarely seen by the public. This controversy also opened up a broader discussion about transparency in the industry's awards. How transparent is the judging system? How secure is the data used? And how easily can information be distorted? Fans were now not only defending their idol, but also demanding clarity. They wanted to know the truth behind the numbers. They wanted to ensure that Zhao Lusi's hard work wasn't reduced to a dubious 0. As time went on, one thing became clear. This wasn't just another rumor. It was a reflection of how information can be weaponized and how reputations can be put at risk in a matter of seconds. And amidst all the noise, One question lingered. Would the truth emerge, or would it be drowned out by the millions of clashing voices? However, as the storm began to culminate, a new wave of reaction emerged from a broader audience. Not only fans, but also casual viewers who hadn't previously followed Zhao Lusi's progress began to speak out. They felt there was something unfair about the developing narrative, as if the public was being led to believe something without any basis in fact. The discussion spread beyond the fandom community. Many began comparing this case to similar incidents in the past, where other artists had also fallen victim to questionable data. This added another layer of complexity as the public began to see patterns, not just isolated incidents. Some content creators even began dissecting the chronology of the list's emergence. They tried to trace who first uploaded it, how it spread, and why it went viral so quickly. The results were even more confusing, as the digital footprint was unclear and seemed deliberately obscured. At the same time, a counter-narrative emerged, attempting to defuse the situation. Some argued that this was simply a major misunderstanding amplified by social media algorithms. However, for many, that explanation seemed too simplistic for an issue that had already escalated. Public pressure slowly began to mount on the Magnolia Awards organizers. Many demanded transparency and official clarification. They wanted to ensure the event's reputation was maintained and justice for those implicated. Amidst this pressure, the atmosphere grew increasingly tense. Every second without clarification felt like prolonging the uncertainty. Zhao Lusi's fans kept a close eye on developments, hoping for a statement that would put an end to all the speculation. Meanwhile, Liu Yuning's name was once again in the spotlight. Many praised her courage in reacting when others chose to remain silent. However, some cautioned that public figures' emotions could exacerbate the situation if not balanced with accurate information. This phenomenon ultimately became more than just an individual controversy. It became a reflection on the power of social media to shape perceptions. How a single unverified image or list can shake a person's reputation in an instant. And amidst it all, Zhao Lusi remained at the center of this whirlwind of stories, a name now associated not only with work and achievements, but also with major questions about truth, justice, and how the digital world treats individuals under the public spotlight. While public attention continued to recede, some in the industry began to whisper that the impact of this controversy could be far more far-reaching than it seemed. It wasn't just about one award or one name, but about how trust in the judging system could slowly erode if not addressed quickly. Meanwhile, fans grew more united. They not only defended Zhao Lusi, but also tried to prevent the narrative from spiraling further. They began urging fellow netizens to be more critical, to avoid blindly believing unverified information, a small step that felt incredibly important amidst this chaos. Interestingly, this controversy has also brought attention back to the human side of celebrities. Behind the fame and the spotlight, there are individuals who can also be hurt by public opinion. And in this case, many are beginning to ask, how much pressure must a person endure when their name is constantly being debated? Ultimately, this story is far from over. It's still moving, still evolving, and will likely continue to be discussed for a long time. But one thing is certain, this incident has left a deep mark on fans, the industry, and the way we all perceive truth in this fast-paced digital age.